greater. It's nothing more sweeter than you.
Feeling myself for this one.
It's nothing more sweeter than you.
Hey Sweetworld, and today this video is gonna be with my cousin Joyce.
That's me.
And she's gonna be making macarons.
Yes, this is hard and this is not gonna be perfect. It's just practice. We're gonna be making macaron cookies, and first we have 1 1/4 cup of powdered sugar. We're gonna have a cup of almond flour finely ground. Add a teaspoon of salt. Here I'm showing the gel food coloring that you'll need to color your macarons if you want to be festive. You can see here that the brand of gel food coloring I got is from Walmart. And here I'm just showing you that I put the powdered sugar in a bowl. And also we have butter for buttercream, because you're going to need more powdered sugar and buttercream later, but I'll go into the measurements for that when we get there. So starting first, I decided to sift out the almond flour even more, because yes, it is finely ground out of the pack, but you want to ground it more to get all those little lumps and kinks out as much as you can. And this is when we're going to use our food processor to blend the ingredients even more, because you really want them to be super fine. And here I sifted the flour into the processor because I was really adamant about that. And powdered sugar as well. We're going to add the almond flour, the powdered sugar, and blend that in there nicely. Alright, so for the egg white mixture, you want to put 3 egg whites into a mixer. Make sure they're room temperature, because you want to get a nice set cookie. These cookies are very easy to mess up, as I learned from multiple batches. So here we're just mixing everything, and I got tired of using the machine, so I did go in hand whisking, which you can do, and here's some noises from the process. And once you finish whisking it, it'll get into a nice fluffy texture that I tried to show here. Nice and fluffy meringue. And once you get this meringue, we're gonna slowly start to add in our sugar, our 1/4 cup of sugar. Add it in slowly, no need to rush. We want this meringue to be nice and stiff, not flopping over. A very good blend for this cookie. And once you stop adding in your sugar, you can add in that vanilla extract to give it some flavor. And you can see here, I transferred it to a bowl. Didn't get to show everything, but you just get to see me mixing everything again, working with those egg whites well. You really want it to be as mixed as possible, because these cookies want to come out delicious, and all that hard work and wrist flopping will lead to some success later, after many tries. But yeah, this is just me mixing. I will add on screen here that for the vanilla buttercream, you're gonna need that cup of butter, room temperature, 3 cups of powdered sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 3 tablespoons of heavy cream. I believe we did not have heavy cream, so I did substitute it for milk, but do that at your own leisure. I just did that because that's what helped me. This is when I added in the gel food coloring after I finished mixing the egg whites. And once you have the egg whites mixed and all of that, you're gonna pour in, as you saw me do, the almond flour and powdered sugar from earlier that was set aside. And you're gonna start doing this method of whisking that's like a flop over. It was hard for me to do because this is my first time doing it, but I really tried to put that arm work in and mix it as much as possible. It was really, not the funnest part of this process, but watching the egg whites go from white to pink was really fun and took a lot of work. And you can see all this work in my nails. Please ignore them. It was around 4th of July, so had a lot of fun. But you can see everything's all nice and mixed up, or starting to get mixed up, and the texture will start to be gritty, but you know, slowly adding that mixture. And this is like me finally getting the consistency that I wanted, and I transferred it to a piping bag because it's easier to pipe out the cookies in a piping bag. Now here, I'm gonna speed through this because no one really wants to watch me pipe out uneven cookies all day. Because you can see soon that some of them are circles, some of them are ovals. You know, it was just fun. This was just a little first timer making macarons compilation, and it was really, really fun. I will say that I did mix the buttercream off camera, but if you go back to earlier and just see those ingredients that I listed and mix those up, make sure the butter's room temperature, it'll give you a nice thick buttercream that you can then use after these cookies have set. So here I'm tapping out all the bubbles, and you really need to do this. You don't want no air bubbles in your cookie, and you're gonna really tap it out. Get them super flat, and they do get uneven. And yeah, let your cookies sit for 45 to 60 minutes to cool down. You don't want to skip this step. You want your cookies to have a nice film over them. And here I'm going to place the cookies into the oven. I had it already set before. Make sure it's heated. And there's my foot. And yeah, just slide them in the oven and cook them for 17 minutes. And here is the final product of the cookie. These are so fun to make. They turned out really well. I put the buttercream in them once they have cooled for about an hour. But yeah, have fun, and thanks for watching me make macarons.
What is good, Sweetworld?
Songwriter. It's nothing more sweeter than you.